Welcome to North Dakota Hockey Central, your television home for all things UND Hockey. I'm Alex Heinert, coming to you this week in the midst of an unprecedented time in our country, certainly from a social aspect and from a sporting one as well. A little over a week ago, of course, we, like all of you, were getting ready for an NCHC quarterfinal series at the Ralph between UND and Colorado College. But that all changed Wednesday evening, beginning with the NCHC's decision to hold their conference tournament with only essential personnel in attendance, and continuing Thursday with the cancellation of the quarterfinals, the Frozen Face-Off, and subsequently the NCAA tournament, ending the college hockey season a month before its scheduled conclusion. That means that UND finishes the 2019-2020 season with a 26-5-4 record, including an 18-1 mark at home. The team captured their third NCHC regular season championship, their 18th conference title overall, and closed the year as the top-ranked team in the pairwise. For closure now on what's been an incredible season, we're thankful and proud to be joined by recently named USCHO Coach of the Year, Brad Berry, from inside Ralph Engelstad Arena. Brad, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex.
A week ago, you were preparing for an NCHC quarterfinal series against Colorado College. It's incredible how much has changed in such a short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I couldn't really imagine kind of the ending that we've come to as far as our season here, and everybody's in that same boat for that fact. But you know, from preparing to a quarterfinal NCHC quarterfinal series at home against Colorado College to having a great week of practice up until the day before. You know, we had a morning practice on the Thursday, and you know, really looking forward to the games on the weekend, and you know, to have everything in a 48-hour period to shut down, you know, it was pretty disappointing, but yet knowing what's going on around us, sensitive to that point.
First, the decision was made to play the NCHC tournament behind closed doors, and then less than 24 hours later, the conference tournaments and then the season were called off altogether. I know we, the fans, the media, were all crushed for you and your team when that announcement came down. How did you handle it all when you heard the NCAA's decision?
Well, yeah, I think it was, first of all, was shock. You go through the full gamut of emotions. You're in shock to begin with, then you're angry, you're disappointed and angry, and then your heart goes out. The emotional side of it, of thinking about the people that got affected, you know, so you go through the whole thing, and you know, when you get emotional, you think about obviously the fan base, you know, the loyal and passionate fan base that not only comes to the Ralph but goes on the road with us, and you go to our group here that, you know, blood, sweat, and tears went into this season on getting to where we needed to go and doing what they did, and then finally you get to the guys that don't get to wear the jersey anymore, the seniors, and that really kind of took a chunk out of my heart, you know, when thinking about guys like Cole Smith and Dixon Bowen and WESTIN, MICHAUD, Zach Yon, Casey Johnson, Andrew Pesky, all the different seniors on our team that kind of poured everything they had into our organization for 4 years. It was pretty emotional.
That's difficult news to receive for anybody, especially the 27 guys on your roster. How did you share the news that the season was over with your team, and what was their response?
Yeah, you know, so just going back on Thursday, we had practice in the morning, had a really good practice, and then there was rumblings about playing the games without fans in the stands, and said, all right, if we have to do that, you know, let's do it. You know, I wish our fans were here, but we got to keep moving forward. And then after that, they just said, nope, no games at all. And right then, knowing that our season could be in jeopardy and finally the season ending, really empty feeling. We ended up having a team meeting later that afternoon around 4:30, and it was very emotional in the fact that that was probably the one last time we got our guys together, just because of the, you know, everybody disbanding and going their separate ways because of the virus. And, you know, very emotional time, but knowing that it was that time that we had to do it.
I know this hurts for everyone involved, but it's especially difficult for your 7 seniors that have given so much to this program. You already mentioned it, but what can you say about that group and the way they've finished their time here at UND?
They emulated everything what North Dakota hockey is. You know, every day they brought it. They you know, and everybody gets caught up with you know, the on ice, the analytical side on ice, and the wins and the losses and the points, individual points. They did that, but they did even more. You know, what they did in the classroom as a group. You know, to be academic All-Americans, to be in the community as far as giving back to the community. They were outstanding people that represented our organization in the highest level. And again, they're going to go on to careers, whether it's in pro hockey, whether it's having their individual career, you know, with their great 4-year degree from North Dakota, they're going to be successful people, you know, in the community. And again, that's all you ask, you know, when they come through our organization, is to leave it in a better place. They added to their tradition, they left it in a better place.
Certainly. Yeah, that senior class and this team ended their year by winning 80% of their games, the 4th highest win percentage in program history, and by putting another conference title banner in the rafters. Even though they didn't get a chance to win a national title like your 2016 team did, where will this group rank for you among the great teams that you've been a part of here at UND?
It'll be right up there. That's a great question, Alex. It'll rank right up there. You know, you look at the analytical side on you know, 80% winning percentage this year, 18-1 at home. You know, it's a special group. We've had a lot of special groups come through North Dakota, but it's probably one of the highest ranking ones that we've had here, just because of you know, everybody contributing. It wasn't one person or one line or a goaltender. It was everybody that was pulling the rope and digging in. And that's truly what a team does. And they accomplished a lot of great things here. And we'll make sure that we honor this team the right way and in years to come, as far as honoring them on what they did here.
I know things are still up in the air to a certain degree as to what comes next for sports in our country in general. But what's next for you and for this team as we transition now into this off season?
Well, I think basically, you know, get our feet back on the ground here. Not only us, but, you know, our country, our, you know, the world here, as far as getting back in order here again. I think it's, you know, you look at our world and it came to an abrupt halt, and I think that's what you're seeing around the country here right now. And I think we have to, you know, take a breath, get our feet back on the ground, and then get back going again. You know, met with a lot of our guys here. They're eager and excited about next year, even though they're disappointed this year. They want to get the next year going again. Love that, absolutely love that. And you know what? We have one last box to check, and I think that's going to be motivation itself this summer to get to where we need to go, and have no doubt in our minds that we will do that. So really excited about what's coming on, but we got to get through this tough time right now as a group and as a country. And after that, you know what? Let's get moving here.
It is a special group, all led by the best coaching staff in the country. Brad, on behalf of all of our MidcoSN team, thank you for being so gracious to us with your time again this year. We can't tell you enough how much we enjoyed covering your team this season, how saddened we are that it had to end like this, and how excited we are to get this thing going again in the fall.
Well, thanks, Alex. One thing I wanted to mention to you is thanks to you and all your staff. You guys do an outstanding job for us on the day-by-day coverage of our group here, and you know, we feel blessed. We feel like we're the 32nd NHL team, and it goes much more than staff and players. We feel that with Midco and your staff, we feel that we got NHL caliber people that highlight our program, and we want to thank you each and every day that we have you with us.
Oh, we appreciate that, Brad. Thank you. Always first class, Brad Berry. Our season finale of North Dakota Hockey Central continues after this with the continuation of our interview series with UND's 2020 senior class. That's next.
They had just got off like the national championship, so I mean that summer was still a pretty big blur because, you know, everyone's so up and excited about it.
You come into a team. When we came in our freshman year, they just got done winning a championship, so the atmosphere around here was crazy, and you knew the bar was high right away.
We were kind of up and down. We had some really good points. I remember we went to Madison Square Garden that year as a freshman, and that was such an awesome experience. And then the second half was a little muddy, where we'd win a couple and then lose one or two. And then I think we finally started to click.
Unfortunately, it's ended with a bad bounce at the end of the year, but looking back on it now, I really think that if we got out of that BU game, we could have done something pretty special.
I don't want to get into that. That was horrible. But just the experience of Fargo and that first kind of up and down year a little bit, it was so much different than anything I'd experienced, how hard it was to win.
Obviously the last 2 years, it didn't go the way we wanted it to, and we band together in the summertime and got to work, and obviously we've had a good season so far, and we want to keep that going.
We've gone through a couple hard years together, and that's brought us even closer, I think. And then coming into our senior year, we knew we had to leave our mark on this place. This is our last year, last few games, and we might as well leave our mark on it in a high note.
I think that's our goal every year, is to raise a banner, and especially growing up in this culture of Grand Forks and how big hockey is. Like, all of us have wanted to win here and just, you know, give back to the program that's kind of given so much to us.
Like I've talked about before, is, you know, I've never had a winning season over 500 in the last 7 years, so it would be, you know, I would say the story of my life, right? as in the best story that I've had in all of hockey.
Growing up watching UND, watching them win a couple, watching my dad win national championship, it's just so special, and to be able to do that would be something I'll never ever forget and be able to carry with me for the rest of my life.
I think that just giving back to this program with a national championship would set this back in the right way, and I think this year is definitely one of the years that we can definitely do it.
Now that it's dwindling down, you just want to do your the best possible to leave your impact positively, and it's not necessarily national championships and Penrose Cups, but just making sure that you're leaving the culture behind for the guys coming in.
Leading the team, I think, is something that I think our class has become very good at, and it's just kind of second nature to us, is just tying guys together and being hardworking, opportunistic group, and I really love that about our class.
Coming to the rink every day, like with these facilities and the staff and the guys on the team, is just so fun. It's always just a great mood coming to the rink and working hard, doing all the little things right on and off the ice.
It's just one of those things where we're going to be best friends for the rest of our lives, and I don't think I would want any other person in any spot for them.
It's been one of the greatest moments of my life here is, winning games with them, but most importantly, it's the friendships we made off the ice. I didn't think we're going to be this close, and we're a very close-knit group when it comes to us seniors, and I think the word I would explain it would be brothers.
I don't know if you can really put into what it meant. It means the world. As a person, as a hockey player, I don't think I've grown more than I have in the last 4 years. It's taught me how to be a good person, taught me how to be a pro on the ice, taught me how to treat every aspect of my life as a pro. I wouldn't give it up for anything. These last 4 years mean everything to me.
One of the main things I'm gonna miss day by day is coming to the rink and being around my family, the hockey team, and just all the little things that you kind of take for granted early on in your career here, and as it kind of comes down to the end, I've learned to appreciate every second here because they go way too quick.
You hear all the guys that kind of retire, they're like, yeah, I'll miss the games a little bit, but then it's all the camaraderie where you're just hanging out with the guys in the locker room. I mean, you're gonna remember the games, but it's definitely gonna miss the guys for sure.
I just think the locker room talk, there's always little arguments every single day. Half the locker room's picking one side, half the locker room's picking the other, and hearing different people's opinions, kind of gets us going every single day. So, at the end of the day, I think that is what I'm gonna remember the most.
I think just coming to the rink every day, the camaraderie around the locker room, it's just huge. I think that's something that I'll really miss, coming to the rink, seeing your buddies, kind of joking around, working hard on the ice together, and that's just a huge part that I think I'll miss the most.
Just the guys in the locker room before me and the ones that have left already, you'll always have those friendships forever for the rest of your life, and just being around the rink, and the atmosphere is insane. The fans are great. So, I mean, that's more than one thing, but you just think about everything that you're gonna miss.
There's this really an endless amount of people that I could thank. I mean, definitely my mom and dad and family. It's kind of hard to move on. I don't really want to, but definitely thank you to all of them for just kind of shaping me into who I am now, because without them, you wouldn't be here, I guess.
First off, I'd like to thank my family for everything they've done to support me throughout my hockey career, and then I'd like to thank everyone on my team for accepting me right away, and the coaching staffs and everything like that, and further my development here. And then obviously, lastly, I'd love to thank the fans here. The experience has been incredible when it comes to playing here at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. So, I thank you guys so much.
I'd like to thank my family for making me the person that I am, and my coaches, my teammates, for everything that they've done for me, the friendships that we have, and everybody else along the way who's helped.
Yeah, I just want to thank my family and former teammates, and everyone that's pushed me to get here, and I want to thank all the teammates that I've played with here, and I've made some of my best friends, and it's been a great ride. Thank you.
First off, I'd like to thank my family. They sacrificed everything from me from when I was a kid to where I am today I couldn't have done it without him. It means more than anything in the world. I'd like to thank the coaching staff especially for giving me a chance to come here and play. It's been one heck of an experience. I'd like to thank my teammates most of all as well. Without them, coming to the rink every day wouldn't be as special as it is with those bonds and the camaraderie that we have together.
I would just like to thank my family. You guys continuously sacrifice so much time, money, energy to allow me to be the position that I am here today, and without you guys I wouldn't be sitting in this very seat. So I thank you. Everyone that's influenced me, I may not thank you personally, but just know that whatever you've done to help me, I really do appreciate, and so thank you.
Definitely to my parents and my sister, I mean my grandma, all my family. Thank you for supporting me through everything, pushing me. And I mean to our class, they made this 4 years really fun, and I think that you guys are just the best class that we've had, and I just love you guys.
Impactful words from a group of 7 individuals that have given a lot to the program and are leaving it like they found it as the premier place for college hockey in the country. We'll share some of the best moments authored by those seniors and their teammates from this past year when North Dakota Hockey Central returns. Welcome back. Before we bring you the annual end-of-season montage that we know you've been waiting for, there are a few dates to keep an eye on this spring regarding awards season, beginning next week when the NCHC will be unveiling their individual award winners on the league's Twitter account. UND has a finalist in 8 of the 9 categories, including Brad Berry, who's up for Coach of the Year, Colton Poolman, who's a finalist for Defensive Defenseman of the Year and the Senior Scholar Athlete Award, and Jordan Kawaguchi, who is up for Player of the Year and Forward of the Year. Kawaguchi is also one of 10 finalists for college hockey's greatest individual honor, the Hobie Baker Award. The field will be narrowed to 3 on April the 2nd, with the winner announced on Friday, April 10th. The junior forward is vying to be the 3rd winner of the Hobie in program history and the 1st since Ryan Duncan back in 2007. Best of luck to Jordan and to all of UND's nominees this spring. With that, another season here at North Dakota Hockey Central has come to an end. Special thanks to our show's producer, Jeremy Klein, our coordinating producer, Mike Derman, our graphics ace and videographer, Marty Mueller, our MidcoSN team of studio crew and engineers, Quentin Coulter in Master Control, and of course, Brad Berry and all of UND Hockey, as well as Jody Hodgson and Chad Hopman over at Ralph Engelstad Arena. For that whole crew, I'm Alex Heinert saying thank you for watching and supporting, and I'll see you at the Ralph next season. Until then, we'll leave you with the sights and sounds of UND Hockey in 2019-2020.
My heart is beating like a drum, burning like the sun. I've only just begun. My blood is running through my veins, it's hitting me like a train. Some things you can't explain.
This is Ralph Engelstad Arena. Not even a freak October blizzard could dampen the excitement around Grand Forks here tonight, getting ready for a new season that UND enters with optimism, confidence, and a clean slate.
Here we go, Colton. Do it again here.
I need it like I never needed anything before.
That's hard. Yeah. Wheel. Go.
I know that I need it like I never needed anything before.
Near side Pesky down low, and that is a sweet looking play.
Here, mismatch is loose. Bombing forward, and the back of the net. Here's that, back to Kawaguchi, back door, they score! Another face-off win, and the back of the net!
Turnover, a chance for North Dakota. Kawaguchi scores! Back the other way comes Smith, and he does not miss. And it's 9-3. Nice poke check there by Gavin. Hey, they score! Hey, from the right circle, and North Dakota's won it in overtime. Here's a turnover, breakaway, Cole Smith, and he scores!
Redirected in the back of the net. The game winner, and North Dakota is going to finish the home half of 2019 perfect. Ran the smash. Sinclair spills it. Look at this play between his legs. What a goal by Jordan Kawaguchi.
Oh yeah! Set Pete! Avoid Pete!
Cross ice. Wow, what an incredible save by Domi. Great feet across, and what a save by Adam Shield. Pullman. Kirsten one time, saved by Blacker. The follow